Okay. Good morning, everybody. The Redevelopment Agency meeting of May 16th, 2018 is called to order. And for our former city manager, Betsy Fretwell, it's her birthday today. So happy birthday, Betsy Fretwell.
Where is she?
She's not here. She's working somewhere. Okay, on with the meeting. This meeting has been properly noticed and posted in compliance with the open meeting law. These proceedings are being video recorded as well as presented live on KCLV Cable Channel 2 or closed caption for our hearing impaired viewers. Please note customers of CenturyLink, Cox Communication may view this program in high definition on Channel 1002. The council meeting, as well as all other KCLV programming, may be viewed on the internet at www.kclv.tv/live. That's a period, excuse me. The proceedings will be rebroadcast on KCLV Channel 2 and the web the Wednesday of the meeting at 8 p.m., Friday at 4 a.m., Saturday 7 p.m., Sunday 7 a.m., the following Monday at 5 p.m. This building is protected by a state-of-the-art fire detection and suppression sprinkler system. If alarms should activate during today's meeting, please evacuate using the exits at the back of the chambers. Going out to the mezzanine, proceed out the double doors to the terrace, down the back staircase. For anyone who has difficulty with stairs, please check with a marshal or a fire official for assistance. Once outside, assemble on the northeast corner across the street from City Hall at Lewis and First. Employees wearing safety vests or city marshals will inform you when it's safe to re-enter the building. For public comment related to items on the agenda, citizen participation and public hearing items, we have available a speaker card, which you may complete and submit to the city clerk. Cards are available online in the clerk's office or at the rear of the chambers. If you do not submit a card, it does not prevent you from speaking under public comment, citizen participation, or specified public hearing items. If anyone's present today who has need for hearing impaired equipment, please see the city clerk's staff up front. If you parked in the parking garage across the street, please be sure to have your ticket validated by security officers when exiting. We will move on to agenda item 3. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters on the agenda for action. The amount of time any single speaker is allowed may be limited. All comments made will be cross-referenced to those specific items. If anyone submitted a speaker card who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda, please come to the podium, state your name for the record. We'll set the time at 1 minute. We will move on to agenda item 4. For possible action to approve the minutes by reference to the regular Redevelopment Agency meeting of April 4th, 2018. Mayor Pro Tem, good morning, and may I have a motion to approve, please?
I move to approve.
Thank you very much. As motion, please vote. And please post. Thank you. Okay. All right, agenda item 5, RA 9-2018, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the multifamily residential visual improvement program, MFRVIP, agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and GMD Properties, LLC, located 343 North 10th Street, to be in compliance with and furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the MFR VIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $25,000. RDA Special Fund, Redevelopment Area 1, Ward 5, Councilman Creer. This is related to Council Item 48, Art 28-2018. Good morning, Mr. Arndt.
Good morning, Mayor Goodman, members of City Council and Redevelopment Agency Board. For the record, Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. With me today is Joe DeLeo, who's the project owner and project sponsor, so I'd like to invite Joe to come up to the dais and take the microphone on the right. I'll explain the project, and this, of course, is part of our newest incentive program, the multifamily residential improvement program, the interior program, as well as the VIP program. This property is located in Ward 5 at the corner of 10th and Mesquite. It's a property that is definitely in need of some TLC. The property is two buildings. There are two buildings on the property. One is a building that's...
Mr. Hart, if I may interrupt you, the attorney has just advised me to go ahead and read Agenda Item 6 because they're
I'm
related.
sorry. Please do. Thank you.
Thank you. R810-2018, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Multifamily Residential Unit Improvement Program, MFR UIP, agreement between City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and GMD Properties LLC located 343 North 10th Street to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan and authorizing the execution of the MFRUIP agreement by RDA not to exceed $50,000, RDA Special Revenue Fund, Redevelopment Area 1 in Ward 5 of Councilman Creer. This item is related to Council Item 49 R-29-2018. Okay, now hold on. Just now you've got me looking for it. Good. Okay, please.
Thank you, Mayor. So this project, again, it's two buildings. They're both vacant. The two-story building will be upgraded into 8 units, new multifamily units. And this is really the intention of the program, is to take existing buildings that are multifamily residential buildings, apartment buildings, or have the potential to be those kinds of buildings, such as converting motels to apartments, as we'll see in a later item this morning, and put it back in the market for new housing and really upgrading some of the smaller properties. But that's important to get more people living in downtown, in the greater downtown area, the neighborhoods surrounding downtown. And so our partner is looking to invest in installing a new security fence, repair stucco, new paint, new roof, and new lighting, as well as for the grounds and the exterior. And then for the interior incentive grant, it will assist our partner with installing new flooring, paint, shower surrounds, bath vanities and countertops, new kitchen cabinets and granite countertops, new electrical and plumbing, and fixing and replacing the drywall. The applicant is investing $279,500 into the property, almost $35,000 per unit, which is above our minimum of $20,000 per unit. And therefore, the project is eligible for a $25,000 VIP reimbursement and a $50,000 interior improvement. This shows the property, what it looks like before the improvements will take place. And so you can see it really is in need of some repair. And you can see after what the property will look like. So really some night and day changes. 5 new jobs will be created through the project, and they're looking to attract 8 new residents into this area. We recommend approval. So with that, I'd like to turn it over to Joe to talk more about the timeline for when the project will start and finish, and he can introduce himself as well. Joe?
Great, thank you.
How are you? I'm Joseph DeLeo. I'm a disabled veteran. I have a construction firm here in town, and we're going to rehab this property, just make it nice. I appreciate the opportunity. Looking at about 90 days to 120 to complete.
Boy, that's fast moving.
Pretty fast.
Very exciting. What is the major cross street?
10th and Mesquite.
Mesquite.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. That's fabulous. Oh, great. We're excited about it. Councilman Creer, any comments? Any?
I do, Mayor. Thank you very much. First, Joseph, thank you very much for coming into Ward 5 and for beautifying our ward. You know, since I started as a councilman, one of the things that I have said to anybody and everybody who wants to come into Ward 5 to do business is that we are going to bring quality projects into Ward 5. And the days of just putting up things for the sake of putting up things are not going to happen anymore. So I look forward to seeing the final product that's happening. It looks like a very high quality product, so congratulations and thank you. And I look forward to supporting it.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So would we
make a motion?
Have a motion, please?
Thank you, Mayor. Item 5, RA92018, I move for approval.
Thank you. This motion to approve agenda item 5. Please vote and please vote. It is really great. We can't wait. You're moving it fast. Love it.
Thank you.
Motion carries. Congratulations, that's great. And is there anything more you want to add on agenda item 6, or we'll just go ahead and have a motion?
A motion, please.
Thank you.
Staff recommends approval.
Yeah.
Thank
It
you.
is.
Okay.
Item 6, agenda item 6, RA 102018. I move for approval.
Thank you very much. Is motion to approve agenda item 6. Please vote and please post. And thank you for your service.
Thank you, appreciate it.
Did
Great to see our
everybody
vets
vote?
doing good things in our community. Thanks.
Councilwoman and Councilman Anthony, if you'll vote, or it didn't take? It did pass unanimously. Thank you, good luck, and again, thank you for your service.
Thank you, I
We
appreciate your time.
Appreciate it. Thank you. Thanks, Mr. Arndt. Okay, agenda item, this is agenda item 7, RA 112018, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Multifamily Residential Unit Improvement Program, MFR UIP agreement between the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Srinivasa LLC located at 1308 East Fremont to be in compliance with and furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the MFR UIP agreement by the RDA not to exceed $50,000. RDA Special Revenue Fund, Redevelopment Area 1, Ward 3, with Councilman Coffin. This item is related to Council Item 50R 302018. And I'm going to read 8-2. Thank you. And agenda item 8, RA 122018, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution finding the project proposed by the Multifamily Residential Visual Improvement Program, MFR, VIP agreement to the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency, RDA, and Srinivasa LLC located 1308 East Fremont Street to be in compliance with and in furtherance of the goals and objectives of the redevelopment plan, and authorizing the execution of the MFR VIP agreement with the RDA not to exceed $45,000. RDA Special Revenue Fund. This is also Redevelopment Area 1, Ward 3, Councilman Coffin. This item's related to Council Item 51, R31-218.
Thank you, Mayor. Again, for the record, Bill Arndt, Director, Economic and Urban Development. I'd like to invite one of the property owners, Sarah Ganti, up to the dais, and she'll tell you a little bit more about the project and its timing. This property is located in Ward 3, 1308 East Fremont. It's in a key development area. The property is renovating the former Lucky Lady Hotel, not to be confused with the Lady Luck Hotel, and our partner is looking to upgrade it into multifamily units, so taking that property and turning it into 12 multifamily units. A second phase would renovate a second building on the site into a commercial kitchen and a cafe. The applicant is undertaking substantial interior and exterior improvements for a combined investment of $268,000, or over $22,000 per unit. The project's therefore eligible for a combined incentive of $95,000, $50,000 through the interior program incentive agreement, and then $45,000 for the exterior VIP agreement. 3 new jobs would be created, and 12 new units of housing would be added for our downtown area. I also would mention that this project is located in the same vicinity of something that the city is looking in the future to undertake, which is Project Enchilada. And our partner is looking to upgrade the sign to make it consistent with what the sign looked like back in the days when it was an operating motel, to restore the historic neon signage and kind of bring that sign back to its original splendor. So we're appreciative of our partner for that. So that's a location of the neighborhood. This is what the property looks like today. So you can see it's definitely in need of some improvement as well. And you can see there all the lists of improvements that our partner is looking to undertake. And this is a drawing, a rendering of what the property would look like afterwards, again, with all those things that are being upgraded to the property, and then the sign, and we'll certainly work with all the partners that are working on our city plans for that area to make sure that it's consistent with our plans. Staff recommends approval. I'd like to turn it over to Sarat to talk about the project timing, when they're going to start and finish, and when they'll be leasing the property to new tenants.
Wonderful
Good morning, Mayor. Good morning, City Council. Once again, I would like to thank you for giving me the opportunity to come before you, talk about a project that my husband and I have been talking about doing for the last
And would you
year and a
repeat
half.
your name for the
Oh,
record?
my name is Sarah Ganti. My husband's name is Srinivasan Ganti. We started the project at 100 South 14th Street, now known as Veterans Village 3. And this property is on the Fremont frontage on the back side of that piece of property. The property has been vacant since 2003 and closed down. It has been vandalized. Electrical has been removed, plumbing, copper. There's nothing but a shell existing on the site right now. I've got numerous phone calls and violations to hurry up and get the property back up and into viable state, and we've been working to do this. So with City Council's permission and approval, I'm looking forward to getting this completed within the next 60 days.
Wonderful. I would just like to explain that this family is a longtime friend of mine and neighbor, and so I just want to make that clear. Wonderful people. So, but I intend to vote unless my attorney says you can't vote.
Your Honor, it's okay for you to vote.
Thank you. The floor is yours.
Thank you, Your Honor. Well, this is, to some people who don't know, this is one of the beginnings of the East Fremont renovation. It is occurring at a time when the complaint levels in our inboxes are exceeding the thank yous. And so we're hoping that this is a big part of what's happening east of East Fremont. And let's face it, we're going to connect it all the way down to Eastern someday, and with the help of this project, which shows how you can repurpose a building. Former motel now will be for multifamily long-term use. I think it's a great thing, and it'll put people in the neighborhood after dark, good people. So for that reason, I am now going to move for approval of item number 7.
Thank you. There's a motion to approve agenda item 7. Please vote and please post. Motion carries. Agenda item 8, please, Councilman.
Your Honor, I think we've heard enough on this project. Just to say one thing, this is, number 8 is the VIP portion, and people will notice the differences between a unit improvement program, which was the previous item. This is the visual improvement. UIP helps us take care of bringing things up to code that you can't see from the outside, basically to make it simpler for people to improve a product. And then the VIP is to help pay with the match for existing, the appearance, visual improvement, make it look better. Also, we have 4 projects that we've just approved, including 2 in Ward 5 for Councilman Creer. And it's always a good idea to remind the public that these are paid for not by your general property taxes or sales taxes or anything like that. They're paid for by an assessment on property in the redevelopment area downtown. So it is taxpayers helping other taxpayers. They recognize the value of lifting up the value of the neighborhood. Their own properties will increase the value, and the neighborhood will be better for them and their businesses and their residences. So that's where this money comes from. Thank you, Your Honor. I move for approval of item 8.
Thank you. This motion, please vote and please post. And what is the timeline on this,
We'll be
please?
done 45 to 60 days.
Beautiful. And that motion carries. Good luck.
Thank
Thank you
you.
so much for caring about our city. Okay. and
Provider spelling,
We'll move on to agenda item
you need her
9.
name, right? You need her name spelled, right?
This is RA 132018, discussion for possible action regarding a resolution authorizing the issuance of the City of Las Vegas Redevelopment Agency Nevada Taxable Subordinate Lane Revenue Bond, Fremont Street Experience for the Fremont Street Experience pedestrian mall improvements not to exceed $21,615,000 plus interest, RDA Revenue Fund, and Redevelopment Area 1, that is in Ward 5 with Councilman Creer. Mr. Arndt.
Thank you, Mayor. For the record, Bill Arntz, Director, Economic and Urban Development. I would like to read a change into the record for the ward listing. Fremont Street, as our constituents, I believe, all know, includes both Ward 5 and on the other side of the street, Ward 3. So my apologies to Councilman Coffin in Ward 3. This item also requires something for me to add into the record because the bond sale actually concluded yesterday, and Exhibit B of the backup documentation, which is resolution number RA-13-2018, included an exhibit, and we have the bond details, so I would like to submit copies for the record, and I have a copy for each of you as well. With this item and the approval of the resolution that happened previously, the bond sale was held yesterday on May 15th. The results of the sale were as follows. The principal amount of the bond is $21,615,000. The bonds will be repaid over 10 years, starting with the first payment on June 1st of 2019 and ending with the last payment on June 1st of 2028. The total true interest cost for the sale was 3.547%. The specific details of the results of the sale are outlined on Exhibit B, which I've submitted to the clerk and asked to be made part of the permanent record. I would like to thank our Chief Financial Officer, Gary Emeling, our Finance Director, Vanetta Appleyard, as well as Annie Artusa from Zions Bank, who is here today, who helped us with the sale. We think we got great pricing on the bonds, and this should generate sufficient funds to conclude and continue the project for the Fremont Street Experience Canopy Light Upgrade. And we're working closely with our partner, Patrick Hughes at Fremont Street Experience, to work out the flow of funds so that the project can continue and finish design and commence construction here shortly. With that, I'd be glad to answer any questions, and any technical questions related to the bond sale, I'd like to defer to Mr. Artusa.
Thank you very much. I'd like to ask Mr. Ameling, with the bonds, are these tax-exempt muni bonds?
These were taxable bonds. So the rate is a little bit higher than the tax-exempt series. We also sold the second series yesterday. That was the series that was to pay for the renovations, actually for the homeless shelter at the courtyard, as well as for the new fire station upgrade at Fire Station 3. So that sale actually had a much lower rate because it was a tax-exempt rate, and the rate on that one was 2.497%.
Okay. Thank you very much. Any other questions, Councilwoman, Mayor Pro Tem?
I just want to ask, we took out the bonds, and they're going to pay the bonds back?
The bonds that are the subject of this action are being paid back by two different parties. The redevelopment agency is paying back the portion that the redevelopment agency is contributing to the project, and Fremont Street Experience is paying back the portion that they're using to pay for the project.
How are the portions divided?
This was based on the previous presentations that we had. I believe it's 10.7 million total from the redevelopment agency, of which 9.7 million was borrowed and $1 million was a down payment of cash.
About even, thank you.
And Mayor Pro Tem, just to add the specific amount to put it on the record, the principal amount of the portion of the bonds attributed to the redevelopment agency is $9,820,000. So we're going to pay that principal back with interest, that interest rate that was put on the record. And then the principal amount for Fremont Street Experience is $11,795,000. So it's kind of close to maybe a 40-60 split. I didn't do the percentages, but more than half is being paid back by Fremont Street Experience.
If I could add just one more piece, there is a third partner in this project, and that was the Las Vegas Convention and Visitor Authority, and their contribution was a cash contribution of $9.5 million to the project.
Who is that partner?
Las Vegas Convention and Visitor Authority,
Convention.
LVCVA.
Okay.
So it's the FSC, the city, and LVCVA for
That's
the
right.
canopy piece.
Right.
Okay, thank you. Councilman Coffin?
Thank you, Your Honor. Bill and Gary, thank you. It sounds like we're still in good shape as far as Wall Street is concerned. Did these coupons, did the true interest rates, very much from the last time we went to market.
I'd like, Councilman Bill Arndt, for the record, I'd like to invite Mr. Artusa up to explain kind of context for the sale, and I think maybe he could put on the record a comparison to some bonds that the state sold that were AAA, even better credit than ours, and we did get very good pricing on these, so I think Mr. Artusa can provide some context.
Good morning.
Good morning. Andy Artusa, Zion Public Finance. The rates you received yesterday were very competitive. We sold them via competitive sale. The city received 4 bids. The low bid to the high bid was about 20 basis points, so we got we did a great job. But comparing it to other deals, the city doesn't typically issue taxable bonds, and so this is a little different than a typical city issuance, but I can tell you that the market has gone up over time, but overall, based on the amount of bids received and the interest rate you got, you did a great job yesterday.
So while we don't have the unlimited taxing authority of the state, we've still got, what, AA?
Oh, yeah, AA credit. Your credit rating is essentially very close to the state's rating. And on the tax-exempt series, the state had a AAA because it was highway bonds, and the rates on those were 7 basis points lower. So just very small difference between your interest rates yesterday and the state's.
Any local banks among the bidders or any local investment groups?
I believe Wells Fargo put a bid in, but the winner for this particular bond was Bank of Oklahoma. So,
Okay.
yeah.
All right.
No oil.
Good oil there. Thank you.
All right. Thank you. Anyone else comments, questions before I turn it over to Councilman Creer?
Nope, I am all good. Just how about I make a motion for approval of agenda item number 9, RA 132018.
Thank you. There's a motion to approve agenda item 9. Please vote. Please post. Great. Motion carries. Thank you, Mr. Arndt.
Thank you.
Ms. Applegate, Mr. Artusa, and of course, Mr. Ameling. We're on to agenda item 10, citizen participation. Public comment during this portion of the agenda must be limited to matters within the jurisdiction of the Redevelopment Agency. No subject may be acted upon by the Redevelopment Agency unless the subject is on the agenda and scheduled for action. If you wish to be heard, please come to the podium and give your name for the record. The amount of discussion on any single subject, as well as the amount of time any single speaker is allowed, may be limited. Is there anyone who wishes to speak under this portion of the agenda? Please come to the microphone, give your name for the record. And this is only about Redevelopment Agency items, not council items.
Private property.
Pardon?
Private property.
If it has to do with this particular portion. of the
Redevelopment. Okay.
council. Your name, please.
Georgia House. Yes, I'm a property owner, 1102 Cunningham Drive. I just received a map of the redevelopment, and seemed as though that there's a corridor that cuts us off at that point at H Street. And I would like to ask the council if that could be reconsidered for Cunningham Drive, which it cuts off at H Street, since Cunningham only runs from Adams to Monroe.
Yeah. Mr. Arndt, do you want to address that is, I believe it's out of the area, but I know her request is to how does she go about getting included into the redevelopment area?
Exactly. Thank you.
Thanks. But you could meet with Mr. Arndt. He could explain it with you, and thank you for coming up. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
Anyone else?
Mayor, just real quick, that her address, what she's talking about, is in Ward 5, and I'll be more than happy to talk with you about it as well once you meet with Mr. Arndt and see about that. I'm not sure exactly. I know it's been defined, and it's been a very contentious issue on including areas where we live within it. Some people want it, some people don't. So it's been very contentious, just FYI. I'm sure you know the history of it, but Mr. Arndt can definitely satisfy that. But any questions you have, you can always contact our office. Thank you for coming down.
Thank you. Okay, anyone else? Hearing none, the Redevelopment Agency is adjourned. We will start our council meeting in 5 minutes because, as we all know, humans can move from one thing to another with immediacy, but technology doesn't do that. So 5 minutes. Thank you.
Look at all the kids, man. We've got 3 schools empty here.